our next speaker is Tom Turner. I found him and I invited him. I found an article from him about how workplace design or office design can affect your productivity or your teamwork. And I thought this is a really interesting topic, and I wanted to have him here. He comes from an industrial background, so no programmer, no software developer, but he's now working as a management coach. And yeah, I'm looking forward to your talk. Thank you.
Thank you for the invitation and the chance to talk to you about one of my favorite topics. It's office performance and what you can bring out of the office, how much time we lose at the office. The office is the place where virtual and the real world come together, where you all come together with your colleagues, with your senior managers, with your employees, and where you have to develop things, where you have to go straight forward, and where you have to be inspired. I have a very different background to most of you, I think so. I'm originally a mechanical engineer and worked for a long time at the industries with many colleagues who came from development. Today I'm a developer too, but not a programmer. I work with people to develop them, to support them, to have better communication with other people, and to perform better. And this is what I do, and today I'll tell you something about a big project we did right here in Linz. It was a company that raised over some years and which got bigger and bigger, and we had to remove twice, and I'll tell you something about this. Today I'm a business coach and work with executives, teams and managers, and afterwards, hopefully it's better. And what I would like to reach today is that perhaps tomorrow you go into your office and think about what we talked about today and have some thoughts, and perhaps you change a little bit or a little more. Show me your office and I'll tell you how productive you are, as I think you don't have your office with you. Just let me ask you some short questions. How big are the units or the companies you're working at? Just raise your hand at the fitting answer. Unit 1 to 50 persons. Okay. 50 to 150 persons. Okay. 150 to 250 and more. Well, we got all of them. Do you know if there were projects at your company, at your unit, that dealt with the things happening at the offices, how offices can be designed? Was there any action over the last 20 years, 10 years, 5 years you know about? No. Okay. So you just came in and the office happened. It was an accident where you came into the office and this is your seat and here you can work? Something like that? Okay. The office is the connection of virtual and real world. What we do not have at the virtual world, as I know up to now, is feelings. We try to transport feelings, but we don't have feelings at the virtual world. So feelings are only within us, and what we can do is to support feelings, good feelings and bad feelings. So please just feel, and perhaps there come some keywords and you tell me what happens within you, within yourself, if you see this. Some keywords. Pardon? Relaxation, okay. Wind, okay. 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 Would be a cool business trip. More of this. Okay. And this picture. What's coming up within you? Spring, okay. Life. Mm-hmm. One more. Okay. Outdoor activity. Okay. And this? Romantic, okay. Beer? Or okay. Okay. All right, so very, very positive emotions and thoughts. And what's coming up if you see something like this? It's very old-fashioned. It's an old typewriter room. People sitting very near to each other, typing the whole day on typewriters. Can you smell the air? Can you hear the paper? Smell the typewriter color? Perhaps the used air. It seems to be quite a hot day, and they also have to be like this. Today's offices are not very often very different. Well, we have got more space between the people. But I can't imagine to work like this for hour and hour, day after day, week after week, perhaps year after year. I can't imagine like this. What I wanted to show you, okay, start again. What I wanted to show you is next. We can steer feelings with the impressions we get. If a room is dark or it's bright, it makes something with our emotions. Who has as many emails in his inbox? The other one who has half of these emails in his inbox unread. How many emails do you get a day? Emails and tickets. 1 to 50? Wow. 50 to 150? Okay. 150 to 250? Oh, more? Okay. Who of you still has the pling when an email comes in? Great, thank you. I know people who have this amount of emails and tickets, and that makes stress. That stresses people because they want to finish their tasks, but you can't cope this. It would be better to delete all of them and start again. What's happening through the last 10, 20, 30 years? The Gallup Institute measures the engagement index, the emotional bonding of people, employees, to their companies since 2001, and it doesn't change very much. Well, there was a financial crisis, a little change. 15% of employees have no emotional bonding to their companies. So, well, we could say it doesn't matter if they're here or not. It makes no effect. 15% have very high bonding to the company. This may be those who are CEOs, top managers, maybe. It's not said, but it may be. But the interesting thing is 70%, the yellow part. 70% of employees have medium or low emotional bonding to the companies. These are the guys, during the time everything is okay and it's funny, yeah, we are here, but at the moment it's getting difficult, it's getting stressful, it's getting unsafety. They step one step back, and another one, and they just wait. So 70%, and it could make sense to look at these 70% and to bring them back into the company, into the office, and to make them, to let them bring a real good job. What are the keywords behind this dissatisfaction? So 50 to 90% of employees are dissatisfied. These are the key factors. A bad work climate. It has to do with other people, with company culture. Low efficiency. So they have the feeling what they're doing makes only little sense. Slow communication, slow decisions. High stress level. Remember the picture with the inbox makes high stress level. Managers who push them all the time make stress level. And low comfort. Low comfort has a lot to do with the rooms, with the furniture. These are 5 points. Work has changed. On the left side, line workers working on their task. It's a kind of teamwork. Everybody knows what to do, and he's doing his job all the day. Perhaps they change the places, but they're doing what they were learned to do. Today, our tools, I'd say nearly everybody, not only developers and programmers, their tool is the keyboard. Nearly everybody. So we have all of us have the same tool. The smartphone, the tablet, the PC, the laptop. Everybody's working on the same tool. So work has changed. Today we're doing another kind of work than in those days. Linear thinking has changed. There was a time top senior managers had a secretary. They got 50, perhaps, letters, paper letters a day, and the secretary did the job to open these letters and to ask the manager, what shall we do? And okay, dictation and so on. Today, we all answer our emails and tickets ourselves. I think so. Who does not? Okay, everybody. So, and by the point that we have lots of interruptions during the day, the time for linear thinking is getting shorter. We can't concentrate on the things we have to bring through the day. We have to react very quickly. Yesterday someone told me, well, if I don't answer an email within 10 minutes, I get a problem. Phew. If I'm concentrated for 1 hour, I can't answer an email. So this time to do single tasks has become shorter, and it even has become more difficult to do divergent thinking, to try out, okay, we could solve it like this, or we could solve it like this, and if we do it like this, it could be like that, and to compare different ways. Because we have less time to concentrate on things, on our tasks. We have different jobs. We have many parts which should and are done in teamwork, cooperation, video conferences, telephone conferences. We should have lots of time to be creative. Problem solving is a kind of creativity. Who of you solves problems? Thanks. And this also needs to solve problems, needs to take time for breakout sessions, for breaks, for coffee, for talking to other people, for communication to other people. 70% of employees have low bonding, emotional bonding to companies. Sorry, who of you has an emotional bonding to the company? Really? Or is it, do you have an emotional bonding to your colleagues? We have emotional bonding to people. Seldomly to companies or really to things. Yeah, well, a Ferrari is cool. Everybody would perhaps, or a Tesla. Tesla is better. So we need time to communicate and to have time to bond to other people and to discuss with other people. And this is one point, even in almost in most open space offices, there's no place to do single tasks. Well, many people try to get out with their earplugs and to concentrate, but if you still have the pling on the email, you still can't concentrate on your single tasks. So we should offer employees spaces where they can do their single task, and if people can concentrate on their single tasks, they will finish them, the single tasks, lots earlier than if they got interrupted. You got a minute? Who of you knows this sentence? Okay. You got a minute? If you're developing, programming, writing a bit of, doing some intensive conversation, if you're deeply concentrated and someone comes, you got a minute. Even if you say no, it takes 3 to 8 minutes until you're back to the same deep level of concentration. We heard it in the speech before. You have to come back into these tasks. You have to find out what were your thoughts before you got a minute, or a phone call, or an email, or a ticket. Nearly 30% of work time get lost by distraction. 30%. It's a lot of time, and time is money. Innovation is 1% of inspiration and 99% of transpiration. Was a sentence of the developer of electrical bulbs, Thomas Alva Edison. I think today, all of you, we are all problem solvers. So we need more time for inspiration. What can we do for inspiration? Just have fun. Enjoy the things that are around you. Good pictures. Remember the sunset picture, the picture of the tree. That gives us good mood. If we're in a bad mood, we are not that active. We can't handle things as good as if we are in a good mood. Be crazy. Simple activities. Take a walk. Go outside. Meditate. There are techniques, you can meditate for 5 seconds. I could meditate here for 5 seconds. Could, if I wanted. Sleep, dream, meditate. We planned for a customer a new office. They had a technical problem, mechanical problem, another company had solved. They bought the machine where the ideas were in it, how the problem was solved, took it apart and put it on the table, and everybody could see the stuff all the day. How did they solve it? If you don't hurt copyrights, this is okay. Why shouldn't we take the ideas of others to be better ourselves? You call this teamwork? No, couple work. I think so. Copy paste. A short story. How much time do I have? 50 to 20. Okay, I'll hurry up. A short story of a company. It's a mechatronical company in Linz. It was a mechatronical company in Linz. Started in 1998. Might be old school, well, but it is a real story. The company was started in 1998 with about 70 persons, 70 people, 70 employees. And the first building we got was the one on the left side, built in the 1930s during the beginning of World War II. Even the offices were the same style those days, okay, new color, new furniture, but this was the start of an innovative company. Big rooms, and in these rooms, according to the management status, 30 to 40 square meters, one person, one manager, and in front of the room was a secretary. You never came along. Other rooms, 2, 3, or 4 people who should work together as a team. Nobody asked them if they wanted to work together as a team, and nobody gave them the chance to go out of this team to do single tasks. We got later on, because the company was growing, we got another building additionally built in the 1960s. It's a building. Who of you is from Linz? Okay, do you know this building? It's at the Chemie Park, red big tower. We had some levels in this house. It was cool to look all over Linz, but the offices didn't fit to our company. We also had the problem, we wanted to be an innovative company, but the offices didn't fit. This was how the company grew. Over 10 years, from 70 to 210 employees. It was healthy growing, but we had a lot to do to bring people into the company and to bring them on status, let's say, okay? We had lots of changing teams all the time, and we had to remove 2 times. One time we had to split the company, and the second time we brought them together again. And for the second removal, we had a dream. Who of you knows the Google Center in Zurich? Already seen pictures? Okay, okay. Been there? Worked there? Yes, okay, cool. Did you like it? Yeah, yeah. This was our dream, to give our employees, our colleagues, a building like that for mechatronical devices. If you want to change something, you have to measure it first. So we measured how satisfied our colleagues were with the old offices. This department, this unit said 2.6. All of this furniture was created by themselves, organized by themselves. And they thought it would be perfect, but they felt they were dissatisfied. We worked together with the Fraunhofer Institute, IAO, Institute for Work and Organization, and they made us a plan. What we found out was not only that the furniture and the organization of the offices was bad, we also found out who wanted to work together with whom, which department needed which other department. So this was a kind of plan, the first map for the new building. Who needs which person, which team? Who wants to cooperate? Solution, we got a new building, was quite cool. It looked like very modern. The problem was the architects didn't have any idea of modern office concepts. They were worried about that, what we wanted to do. Big open areas, lots of rooms in there. They said, if we stop working in there, they can't sell it again. Things that are okay for Google, HP, Oracle, are not good for a company in Linz, even not good for the IT department of a big industrial company in Linz. It was quite interesting. They didn't know how to cope with office concepts. We got 5,500 square meters for more than 200 persons, 1,200 square meters of workshop, mechanical workshop floor. And it was quite interesting what our people said when we told them what we were planning. First thing was, you will get a great office, a great modern, innovative office, but you won't have your own desk again. When you go into this house, you can join your desk you want today, but in the evening you have to clean it up and leave it. And tomorrow you find another place again. It's a little bit like you're doing in here. You took a desk, a seat, and perhaps during the next speech you're sitting somewhere else. This was the plan. I'll show you 3 areas. First one was the standard desk area. Second one, this one is a zone for conferences and single task stations. And the third one is an area for communication. And I'll give you some words to the big hole in the middle. We brought in there a high standard of desks and seats. Each desk looked like the other one, so it didn't have a green or a yellow one, or no, this one is better, I want to sit there, something like that. Each desk was equal. Could raise it for small people, put it down, for large people, put it up. And if you wanted, you could even stand. Remember the thing, if you want to start inspiration, you should walk. Okay, it's even better if you stand. Who of you has a table where you can stand? Okay, 10%, 15%, okay. We put in there many conference zones for small teams. If you have a meeting with 15 persons, you're not very productive. This can only be for information, but not for working. You only burn money. And I saw, and I still see lots of companies who think they need 10, 15, 20 persons for a meeting. I always tell them, okay, count the money you're burning each hour. So we offered small conference rooms, maximum 6 persons, and lots of these. So when only a small number of people come together and they work together as a team, they quickly can finish their tasks they have. Plus, these are small rooms where you can get out of the mouse wheel that's running outside. It's a sign if you close the door, I want to have, just leave me alone for 1, 2, 3 hours. And when I've finished, I come out again. And then I cooperate with you again. But now I need time for my single tasks. Yeah, perhaps this is a chance for you to try out. Who of you is doing homework? Home office? You're doing, I guess you're doing, you take some special tasks to the home? Doing at home? Different tasks than you're doing at the office? Yes, no? Yes, sometimes. Okay. Especially home office is a possibility where you can do tasks without getting disturbed if you turn off the mobile phone. And big areas, we want people to cooperate, to communicate with each other. How the kids, how's your wife, how was last weekend, something like that. After 2 or 3 minutes, people come back to their jobs. They're talking about their problems. They're talking about their tasks. They're talking about what they have to do next week. They're talking about customers. They share their topics and they share the problems. And even at the cafeteria, they can solve problems. Sometimes better than sitting somewhere and doing it for themselves. Some pictures, as I heard, the foils will be on a server or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Afterwards. Okay. So I'll hurry up. So some single rooms, open area, cafeteria, open offices, open conference zones. It's an important information if you can't find someone that you know, okay, he's at the conference, he or she. I can find him or her in 1 or 2 hours again. What happens if you don't find someone at the office? If you want to talk to someone, take the phone. It's another kind of finding someone, but if you see, okay, he is sitting together with a team, just wait. One sentence that I forgot, okay. I heard 2 or 3 weeks ago that Google started to forbid email communication on the same floor. It's quite interesting. A company that's working in IT say, okay, don't email, go over there and talk to them. I often tell people, stop email communication, talk. I think it would be very important if we take email as an information system, not as a communication system. It would make some things a lot easier. Information not communication. I'll rush over this. 1 year after the removal to the new building, and some of our employees, our colleagues, hated the new building. They really hated the new building because they didn't have the big chance to hide, especially those who didn't want to work as much, perhaps those of the 15% who had no bonding to the company. They hated the the building, but 1 year after the removal to this new building, 85% of those who took part at the survey said they felt much higher speed in communication and decisions. They felt an open exchange and better office climate. More than 200 people knew each other again. They saw each other again, they felt each other again. And the tidiness arrangement, well, okay, was quite interesting for customers and new people coming into our company. One of the hardest things in innovation is getting people to accept that the way they work just might not be the best. Maybe hard stuff if you tell it to someone, well, you could do better. And it takes some time until people accept this. I took out some tips you can do to start tomorrow, perhaps, or not. Who of you already has paperless office? One? 2.5, perhaps. Okay. We still have paper. It makes sense to divide paper into 3 archive types. Personal paper, paper for teams, and really for the archive. That could be far away. Paper you need after 7 years again. It's one part. Launch cleanup campaigns. Force a high and compatible level for IT and communication tools. If you want people to change their desks, they shall not have 20 cables to pull out of the laptop. They shall be quick. So they need compatible devices. Who of you already worked with light design at the office or sound design? Who has seen that the company works with it? It makes sense to bring out during the day to work with daylight, a lot of white light, and it makes sense in the evening to take out the white light to bring it more to red light. We want to have people sleep during the night, not to be awake during the night. Well, I flew over some foils. If you're interested in a further discussion, I can talk about this topic 2 or 3 days along. Would be great if you have some questions afterwards at the night at the party. Xing, Facebook, or over my website, ideenbewegen.at. Well, hope you have a great day today and enjoy the next hours. See you.